Welcome ladies and gentlemen, this is round 10 of Speed Force Racing's debut season. We are at Britain, so we know it's Silverstone. Do we expect rain? Probably we do. I am currently on my own, which is the story of my life, well, until I met my beautiful wife, so I'm waiting for Peter. He will be joining soon, hopefully. So we will be up and running in a little minute. Just trying to sort my life out and get everything in order so the stream can be shared and hopefully we will get racing. So I am going to ready up and I'm going to cancel that because I'm going to spectate because that would be more helpful. So it should be a very interesting race. Especially if we get a bit of rain, it will, I don't know, maybe muddle up the field a bit. We've got quite a close-ish title battle for the constructors. Techno Thriller is the championship leader in the drivers' table. He's currently not racing today. Can't remember what reason it is, but he's championship leader. He can do what he wants. He's got such a mighty point advantage at the moment, so this is the chance for your Lee Nels, Fletcher Boy, Humbug to try and move up in the drivers championship. So hopefully we'll have a dry quali, maybe a splash of rain in the race. That'd be quite exciting. Let's just see what the gods throw at us, and knowing the Codemasters gods, it's going to be so much rain I will see ships going around turn 1. So we've got a couple of new guys in tonight, which is interesting because midway through the season, and you know, you get the occasional seat open up, and you know, go to www.facebook.com/Speed Force Racing PS4. Like our page because we have a 100% race coming up on the 20th of December during our 4-week break. Now, all you got to do is like the page. You don't have to be a league racer with us, and you can confirm your seat for that race. It will be round Spa, and it will be a very, very decent event, I'm sure of that. So, we're looking for mid 127s, maybe for a pole position lap. That would be the, I think, ultimate best. That's if it's dry, of course. If it's raining, maybe looking at a 1 minute. Let's pick a number out of the hat. Maybe a 1 minute 37. Well, let's set up the details ready for everything. Okay, so we'll have lap data. Okay, so lovely sunny day for qualifying, which is brilliant for me because I hate the rain. I don't like it. Maybe it's my fear of showers because I'm a dirty little boy. I don't know. Rain's not good. And apparently we are going to have a dry race. Now I know people are dropping their mugs of tea at home because of the shock. Don't worry, you'll get over it. It is going to be a dry quali, dry race, and that is going to be an exciting prospect for everyone. We've got quite a few cars coming out on the track. Alright, so let's see if the guys will listen this time. Previous rounds they haven't. Make some space on the track. You will not get far if you're right close to the car. You're going to upset your car. You're going to have less downforce. It's going to eat into the tyres a little bit more. So you're not going to have ultimate performance when you start your flying lap, as we see the Williams getting out of the way. Williams trying to make some space, I think, and that is Fletcher Boy trying to make some space for himself, which is a good move. So we've got quite a few cars out at the moment. We will see what tyres they're on. Here we go. So apart from 2 cars, we've got most of the field on the super soft tyres. So we've got the super softs this week with the soft tyres and the medium tyres too. So we'll go on board with, I think, Lee Nel. So, got the Williams. Williams doing quite good in the constructors table at the moment. He is currently starting his hot lap. So, hopefully, he will get going soon. He's currently still on his out lap. Let's see if we can actually get someone on the lap. Look how busy it is down the straight. These guys have got to make some room. Come on. So, yeah, let's get to the details of it. We've got some drivers that need to start getting some points finishes together. You know, last week Fletcher Boy was very unlucky. A bit of lag cost him a flying car come at his head. Now, not what you see every single day, but these little things could cost him ultimately in the championship decided. We're on board with DidSX in the Red Bull. He's currently on his fast lap, so he's on the super soft tyres, fast compound of the weekend. So he's going to try and aim for, like I say, mid 127, maybe 128s would be great. Mid 127s I'm expecting for the faster drivers in the group. So we'll just see what he does on his sector 1 lap time. He's got his DRS wing wide open, trying to maximise his performance down that straight. He sets the sector 1 time of 28.4, so it's okay at the moment. He just needs to keep it together. We will see the times come across the screen. There we are, that's unusual. Gaming Things has left the session. Hopefully he returns, so we'll get back on board with DidSX. So he's going to be probably one of the first to set a lap time, and usually you don't set your fastest lap time on your first run. It's just about getting a feel for the track, just seeing where your tyres are at, see where the track is at, because you want to make sure you maximise it for your last run. So we'll see most of the cars jump into the pit after their first flying lap, maybe sit in the garage for about a minute and a half, and with about 3 minutes left we will see them come out for their ultimate pole lap. The track will be, well, it'll have more rubber down, more grip, as we see Formula 1 Luke with a 129.535 on the super soft tyres for the Haas. That time will easily be beaten, I'm sure of that. Guys, it's Mudkip is 2.3 seconds away. Look at Chopper in the Mercedes is 0.103 seconds behind Formula 1 Luke, as DidSX crossed the line going in provisional 3rd place. Lee now on the softer tyres going into 5th as Fletcher Boy, there we go, a 127.977. Great lap there by Fletcher Boy, but I expect the track to get a little bit faster, maybe about 4 or 5 tenths faster, I expect. So we'll do a quick rundown. We've got first the Williams of Fletcher Boy, a 127.977. Now, I personally know that he'll be aiming for a little bit more of a faster time, but like I was saying to one of the drivers, I think a couple of days ago, yeah, quali pace is great, but your race pace has got to be on point as well. You cannot have a fast 1 lap speed and then your race pace is dreadful, because it's not going to do you any favours. So I've got Racing Podge in the Renault. He's joined by a new teammate this week, and hopefully we'll see what he can do. His name is Decadent and he is in 6th, so Racing Podge with a new teammate. So first Fletcher Boy, 2nd Racing Podge, 3rd Humbug, 4th is Formula 1 Luke, reserved this week. Chopper is in 5th, Decadent is 6th, 7th is Smelly Badger, and DidSX is 8th, 9th is Uzi, BDSJ Rios is 10th, Lino is 11th, and it looks like he may be done for the session. Oh no, he's getting the wheels back spinning, and he will try and get into the pit and try and maybe get on the super softs. We've got S. Graham in the Mercedes, he's 12th. First Snipe Snake in the McLaren Honda is 13th at the moment. I will Snipe, I think, because his name is too confusing for me. Guy it's Mudkip, nice PSN name there. He is in the Toro Rosso. He is currently 14th. Game of Things has left the session. I'm not sure if he'll be back, and Lord JB is not set another time either. So I expect most cars to be going back in the pit, so we will discuss what's going to happen. So next week we will have the Hungarian Grand Prix, same time as this week, but that will be our last race before our 4-week break. So we will back on the 10th of January. During the 4-week break we will have the 100% race, like I was saying, on the 20th of December, and it will be an hour earlier. It will be, invites will be sent out at 7:15 PM GMT. Like I say, you don't have to be a league racer. If you fancy a 100% race with some of the guys that you're seeing on screen, your chance to do it. Like the page, put your name down for a seat. As we see Joppa there, he is attacking the track very hard there as he comes in for the pit. Maybe he's just trying to find what apexes he can go a little bit faster. So every car nearly is in the pits, and cars that are out on track will be pitting soon, I'm sure that, as we've got the McLaren Honda of Snipe. He has got a little bit of traffic in front of him. It looks like he's on a fast lap. Let's see what his sector 1 time is. He has got a Haas in front of him. Haas, could have got out a little bit further there. Not the best driving by the Haas driver there, so maybe a little talking to by the steward after the race. You've got to remember, if you are not on a fast lap, move off the racing line. Snipe Snake is 2.4 seconds away from the fastest lap time, so we will go through the grid. Got Formula 1 Luke in the Haas, so that may be the driver that held up the McLaren Honda then. So maybe a little bit more race awareness is needed by Luke, but a decent driver. He's improved over the years, which is brilliant to see. Like I say, all cars are actually in the track. Now this is the time when they're going to go, because you've got so many cars in the pits at the moment. You've got 3.5 minutes left, and it is going to be tight for space. It is a big track, but it's a fast track as well, so the cars will find themselves bottled up quite closely. So we've got Fletcher Boy, we're on 27.977. I expect that time to be beaten. The sun is beating down on track, track temperatures will rise, and the track is getting rubbered in, and I'm sure we will have faster and faster times. So we got, like I was saying, we have the soft tyres, super softs and the mediums for this week. Race at Silverstone. Now personally I feel these compounds are too hard for the track. I don't know what Pirelli are doing. I know they're introducing the hyper soft tyre for next season, but this season's tyres, the compounds are just too hard for most of the races. You know, you don't want to see it. Now next season they're reducing the engines as well from 4 to 3, which means Formula 1 is going to be more tame than it has ever been. No one's going to be wanting to get a stupid amount of penalties for changing this part and that part just so they can entertain the fans. So we've got Racing Podge in the Renault. He is on his outlap. He's second at the moment. It's nearly a second off Fletcher Boy's pace. Fletcher Boy has got some serious speed in his locker. And we've got Humbug. He is a joint level on points with Fletcher Boy in the Drivers' Championship, if I'm correct. So he's going to want to make a statement today because, like I say, Techno Thriller is away from this week's race. So this is the chance for Humbug, Fletcher Boy and Lee Nell to make some gains in the table. So we've got Lord JB. He is in the Force India. He's opened his DRS wide open. He is currently in Sector 1. He sets the Sector 1 time at 28.009, 6 thousandths of a second quicker than Fletcher Boy. But like I say, track is getting quicker, so I expect Fletcher Boy to easily beat that time. Maybe a few other drivers beating that time as well. All I can say, it is going to be a super close battle for that pole position. So we've got a new driver in Uzi as well. We're going to have a look at Uzi. Now I've seen him race before. Decent driver. He's got some great racecraft in his locker. Different class of drivers he's racing against, so it's going to be a challenging one for this race for him, but I expect him to do quite well, and maybe a top 6 position finish would be a great achievement for him. So we have got everyone on their laps apart from Gamey Things because he disconnected and rejoined. So I'm going to go on board with Fletcher Boy. So he's on the super soft tyres again. Only Badger is on the soft tyres, so majority of the field agree and super soft tyres are correct for this race, and that's the starting tyre they're going to be leaning towards, because you're going to get a few more meters extra grip than the soft tyres. So Fletcher Boy coming around the final corner as he starts his he's finishing his hot lap. That could be just Great Codemasters just messing with me. So we're going into Sector 1 with Fletcher Boy. He's a great driver. I can put hand on heart that he will be in the championship picture for most of the season. Great bloke. We've got Force India. Now that is not great driving there by the Force India. That car needs to get out of the way early before that, as it impeded Fletcher Boy. I don't think so. 27.526. Now that is a great sector 1 time. He's got to keep it going now. Let's see if he can improve his pole position time. He's currently provisional pole at the moment. We've got Formula 1 Luke is currently 2nd at the moment, so 3 tenths off Fletcher Boy's time, which is a great showing for the reserve driver. Racing Podge is currently 3rd, as Fletcher Boy is really hooking it. Oh, he's retired. Maybe he just thinks he might have had enough in his locker to maybe just keep that provisional pole. We will see. We will go and have a look at Decadent. He is on the super soft tyres. Let's see, he's going around the last couple of corners now, so let's see if he can move up the field. A lot of talk about this driver, that he should be higher up the field, so let's see. He's on the super soft tyres and he goes into 4th. Great job by him there. 4th place for Decadent in the Renault. He is putting a little bit of a statement there, but look at Fletcher Boy. Top 5, round a second gap between them, but I think Fletcher Boy has got in his locker to unleash his race pace, and his race pace is very good around Silverstone. As we did practice on Monday, we do practice every Mondays just to get a little kind of idea of our race strategy going into the racing event, and just see what our quali times are. Quali times are a little bit slower today than in practice, but that could be due to the track conditions, track temperature not being as hot as it was on Monday. But great lap from Fletcher Boy. Now I'm looking forward to this race because it's Silverstone, home of motorsport, but also the simple fact that we've got a really decent grid today, and we've got a few drivers that are going to be staking a claim to say, yeah, I know I've joined late, but I'm going to do it. We've got 10 plus this race, so 11 races, and I'm going to get some points to try and challenge. The title, title picture, it's not over. It's not even nowhere near it. We will see, I think, many drivers attempting for that drivers' championship, and the constructors as well. Constructors not something to be sniffed at. A great little title to add to your collection, especially in online racing. Now, online racing, as of course if you've seen with the recent esports, is getting better and better every season. It's just a shame some games don't match up to the ambition of the drivers that we have. But as I say, it's Speed Force Racing. We are always on the lookout for new drivers. Like I say, www.facebook.com/Speed Force Racing PS4. Go on there, see what we're about. We're a friendly league, we're a welcome league as well. In January we are having a mini classic series, so we're going to use the category C2 cars, and we're going to go around some of the oldest tracks on the calendar. So we're going to go around Monaco, Silverstone, Spa, Monza and Suzuka. It's going to be a 5 race series, and if it's well received, we will move into one division being the modern cars and one division being the classic cars. So the league is getting stronger by the week, which is brilliant. So we've got Fletcher Boy first. Second is Formula 1 Luke. Racing Podge is third. Fourth is Decadent. Lord JB is fifth. Humbug is sixth. Seventh is Chopper Uzi is in eighth. Ninth is Smelly Badger. Did SX is 10th. BDS Jade Rios is 11th. Lee Nell 12th. He would be disappointed with that qualifying. S Graham is 13th. Snipe is 14th. Guys, it's Mudkip is 15th. Game Things is 16th. So yeah, Lee Nell will be disappointed. I can guarantee you that he will be quite angry at qualifying, because he had some good pace to maybe get into the top 4 on the starting grid. So we run a formation lap in Speed Force Racing just to get an idea what the track conditions are like. I think it's valuable information. Not a lot of other leagues do it, but we're different. I like to be different. We like to welcome drivers of all different abilities, and everyone deserves a chance to have a race. As you can see, we have some top quality drivers at the moment. I'm hoping we don't get robbed like last week when Fletcher Boy was racing Techno Thriller, and a bit of lag caught Fletcher Boy out and ended his race. We got robbed of a great finish to the race, I think. Now, let's see what we got. We've got 26 laps of the fabulous Silverstone circuit. Fletcher Boy will have Formula 1 Luke line up beside him now. Will this be a worry that you got a reserve line next to to the grid. It could be, but you know, I got a feeling Fletcher Boy has got this all covered. He's a professional, and he will get the job done. So we seeing all the cars in their glory going around the magnificent Silverstone circuit. So as we have a little look through the field, we'll just take it in. Each driver trying to get their tyres up to temp, trying to get the brakes up to temp. It is important. You know, practice, I went on the grass during the formation lap and started the practice race with so much grass on my wheels. I could have, I don't know, maybe done about 5 gardens with a bit of turf. It was horrendous starting that race. And these guys have got to realise, to get perfect tyre temperature, it's so important. You want to get them couple of meters extra off the grid with most of the field on the super soft tyres. So I'm expecting maybe a 2-stop race. Tyre deck is a little high around here, not as high as some tracks like the Hungaroring, which we're going to next week. That track is made up of sandpaper, I swear to God. This track not so bad, so a comfortable 2-stop strategy I'm expecting, as we see Fletcher Boy in the Williams getting his tyres up to temp now. He'll be lining up now. The computer takes control of the car very, very shortly to line you up to the grid. Hopefully we get a nice clean start. Like I say, guys, turn 1, you cannot win the race in turn 1 on lap 1. You can lose it, you will not win it. So it's all about trying to give each other a bit of space, so we hopefully get a good clean start. But sometimes you never get what you wish for. So got Fletcher Boy on pole position, Formula 1 Luke, Racing Podge, Decadent, Lord JB, 6th is Humbug, Chopper's in 7th, Uzi's 8th, 9th is Badger. Here we go, as all the cars are lined up. So this is the British Grand Prix. We have 1 red light, 2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. Long way, and we're off. Here we go. So we've got Fletcher Boy in the Williams. Looks like Formula 1 Luke has got a great start. He's trying to make a little move, trying to get a bit of position. As we got the Williams of Fletcher Boy getting ahead in the race. What a brilliant bit of driving there to make sure he stakes a claim for his pole position and carries that through into the first couple of corners to keep himself in first place. Got Lord JB making a move on, Decadent making a move on Lord JB. Here we go, got the Renault and the Force India going at it. The Force India trying to maybe put a bit of a squeeze on the Renault driver there. Lots of action, clean start, which is brilliant. So we've got Humbug. He's trying to make a move. He's got the Force India and he's got the Renault. He's going to try, and I'd probably say he's going to try and slipstream a little bit. You don't get DRS for another lap and a half, so he's going to try and make it, see if he can keep us close together with the Renault and the Force India, and hopefully maybe make a move on the second lap. We've got a bit of action there. We've got a car spinning off in the background. We will have a look who that is. We've got Smelly Badger and Chopper. Looks like they've come together, a bit of contact. There is damage on the Sauber, and looks like a bit of damage on the Mercedes. Oh, Fletcher Boy has had a huge crash. This is not what he wanted. This is not what he wanted. He really wanted to get a decent amount of points, and it's not happened. It is very unusual there. There we go. He's I think he's kind of lost his momentum in the Drivers' Championship. It's a shame. So we've got Formula 1 Luke, the reserve, currently racing in the Haas. He's in first place. He's got Racing Podge in the Renault. He is 3 tenths behind him. Lord JB is in third. Lord JB debuting last week. Great race last week. Got into the podium finish, and it's going great at the moment. Got Decadent in his debut race. Izzy in 4th, Humbug is 5th, Uzi is 6th, 7th is Jade, 8th is Gaming Things, S. Graham is 9th, Guys is Mudkip is 10th, Snipe is 11th, Leonel is 12th, Leonel now 11th. Let's go and have a look at this little battle. So we've got Leonel, and I'm joined by Peter. Thank you for joining me, Peter. So we've got Fletcher Boy has crashed out already.
Really?
Yep, first lap, and he's out of the race, which is a shame for him. So we've got the reserve of Formula 1 Luke. He's currently in first, getting chased down by the Renault of Racing Podge.
Oh, so we've just started?
Yep, and we've got the McLaren Honda of Snipe. He is crashed to his front wing everywhere. That is That's going to probably be a safety car if the car does not get cleared away pretty soon. So we will go on board with Decadent. He is currently 4th in the Renault. He is chasing the Force India of Lord JB with his teammate Racing Podge in the other Renault. There's looks like a bit of contact between Lord JB and Racing Podge.
Okay, so DRS is now enabled and Decadent seems to be the fastest. Hello Adam.
Hi Peter, did you have a good race?
I don't know what to say about it.
I take it not a good race then.
I came 4th in a very close battle, but I made a few very big mistakes, so I'm very not happy about myself.
Well, hopefully this race will give you something to cheer your night up a little bit. We've got quite an interesting field. Just to explain to the viewers, we've got Uzi, we've got Decadent, Formula 1 Luke, new drivers this week. So hopefully we'll see some decent driving from them.
Yeah, and it looks like they're very quick as well.
Got Formula 1 Luke, he's in the Haas, and he is replacing Techno Filler this week. With Techno, I think he's on holiday, and he is currently leading a race, and as a reserve he won't get driver's points for Techno, but he will get the constructor's points, which will be great since one of them, Williams, is currently crashed out. We've got Lord JB losing positions. He's lost a couple of positions there. He's let Decadent through, Humbug through, and Uzi through. Lord JB is under pressure from Racing Podge in the Renault. We've got virtual safety car, so that will be, I'm assuming, for the McLaren Honda.
As Graham ran into the back of gamey things, I just saw it. So Adam, can you run me through what happened in qualifying?
Yeah, quite an unusual qualifying. It was slower lap times than most were expecting. A 1:27.9 by Fletcher Boy getting pole position. So quite slower lap times. Lee Nell not having the best of qualifying. He qualified 12th. So unusual for him, because I'm sure with Techno missing this week, it was Williams' driver's chance to nick a few points behind Techno's back, and that's not happening at the moment.
Yeah, you're definitely right, buddy.
So we got the virtual safety cars ended. We've got DRS back active. Sorry Peter, what was that, mate?
So what happened to Fletcher Boy?
Didn't catch it on camera. Well, I caught the end of it, and his car was sideways on 2 wheels into a barrier, so I will be waiting to see. We've got some comments coming from Fletcher Boy. I'll just check to see what his reaction is, if you would like to carry on the commentating.
Yeah, and right now Formula 1 got a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, so that will spice things up a bit, I think. As Decadent, the new driver, is in 2nd, and another new driver, Formula 1 Luke, is in 1st place. And this is a very good opportunity for Humbug to score some points over Techno Thriller.
Yeah, I agree. So, are we looking at a 2-stop race? I think it'll be 2-stop. What about yourself?
Yeah, basically, if you start on a super soft tires, I think in this track you cannot run to the end on 1 stop. But that's just my opinion.
So we're racing on, well, we're currently on board Decadent in the Renault East, chasing down Formula 1 Luke. He will have DRS. The first DRS activation point has been passed, and Decadent has got his wing wide open. He is chasing down Formula 1 Luke, the Haas driver, under pressure, but he takes the defensive line, keeping Decadent behind him. So good driving there from Formula 1 Luke.
Yeah, so far they're doing a very good job, buddy, as you said. But right now Decadent gets a very good exit out of that corner, and I think they'll go up to Stove. That corner is, or I don't know. I'm confused right now a bit.
Don't worry about it. I think It looks like Decadent is a little faster than Formula 1 Luke, as you can see from the previous corners where he was weaving behind it, but he's going to get DRS now. So we are going down Hangar Straight. So the Renault's got the DRS wide open. He's side by side with a Haas driver. Formula 1 Luke has to make his mind up. He's going to try go defensive. Decadent trying on the outside. It's going to be a tight move. He looks like he's got it done. He's going to have the inside of the corner now. Formula 1 Luke has pitted, so that's an interesting call by F1 Luke. Humbug is into second, and Decadent is into first, with Humbug chasing him down with just 4 tenths between the drivers.
Yeah, and Humbug seems to be the fastest out of all three, with the fastest lap of a 1:32.9. They are in the 1:32s right now. He seems to be very quick.
Yeah, that's quite quick race pace considering 1:27.9 for pole position. So I reckon lower fuel later on in the race we will get maybe 1:30s. Do you reckon?
Yeah, sure. And just to correct myself, it was Corpse, not Stove.
Brilliant. I get confused with the names as well. That's why I tend not to use them. We've got Decadent is first. He's got Humbug 4-5 tenths away from him, both on the super soft tyres. Now we've got Humbug currently on the pictures on the live stream. Would you like to just have a little moment to commentate about him?
Yeah, Humbug just got the corner at the moment, but this is a very important race for Humbug, I believe, because he is in the championship fight still, and he hasn't won a race yet. So I believe if he can win this one, then this will give him a very big boost for the final race before the summer break or winter break.
Yeah, I agree. We've got Fletcher Boy's statement. So he had no grip in his tyres for some reason, and bang, he was in the wall. So it just proves that these tyres are, I think they're too hard of compounds for this track. But Pirelli have messed up most of the compounds for each track anyway. They're just too hard. Do you agree or not?
Yeah, but just to say a little thing. This is a virtual safety car right now, and Easy is making a pit stop, which is a very good tactical call, I believe, because under virtual safety car you cannot run or more than I don't know 80 kilometers an hour or something like that. So basically this will give him a free pit stop.
Yeah, I think that's brilliantly spotted, Peter. That, yeah, going for a pit under the virtual safety car, you have to time it right because VSR ends quite quickly, but it would have cut his pit stop time, overall time, down by a massive amount.
Yeah, and he's pitted for the medium tires, so
one stopping.
We'll go to the end. Yeah.
We've got the Ferrari of Gamey Things chasing down the Williams of Lee Nell. Lee Nell on the soft tyres, so is Gamey Things, which is an unusual choice. So the Williams driver has to try and keep this the new driver, Gamey Things, behind him if he wants to try and grab some decent points. As Gamey Things goes a little bit wide, he is feeling the pressure as we go through the fast flowing left corners before Hangar Straight. So we've got Lee Nell. He's going to try and keep his position. I think he's well out of the way of the DRS detection, so he won't have no trouble from Gamey Things.
Yeah, he's probably about 1.7 seconds right now, so
spot on. And it looks like people are starting to pit now, so is that the ideal time for a two-stop race at lap 8?
Maybe, but if you're very aggressive you can go for a one stop with the super soft tires. I think Humbug and Decadent will try to do this, and my guess is that they will pit like around lap 10, pit for the mediums, and then go to the end. That's a good strategy.
Yeah, that's a great call, because it's a dry race, which is unusual for Silverstone. We had a dry race, so it opens up the strategic calls by the pit wall a little bit more than usual.
And there's no signs of rain,
which is brilliant. I thought I would have to have Moses parting the sea on the track because Silverstone is notorious for it.
Yeah, you're right, buddy.
So go through a quick rundown. We've got Decadent in first place, Humbug is second, Lord JB is third, Racing Podge is fourth, fifth is Lee Nell, Gamey Things is sixth, guys, it's Mudkip is 7th, Formula 1 Luke is 8th, Uzi 9th, Did SX is 10th, Jade is 11th, S Graham is 12th, Chopper is 13th, and Badger is 14th. We've got 2 retirements for Snipes' sake and Fletcher Boy, both early retirements in the race. We've got the Mercedes pair of S Graham and Chopper, 12th and 13th. This is unusual because usually one or both are in the top 10 by now.
Yeah, you're very right. And who do you think will win today?
I've got a sneaky feeling Decadent, but I'm hoping Lord JB, as we're on board with Humbug, he's having a little go at... no, sorry, it was Formula 1 Luke having a little go on Humbug.
Yeah, Humbug is in the pits right now.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of contact there. We'll have to see what happened there. As we've got there's contact between Formula 1 Luke and, guys, it's Mudkip, and quite a little bit of reckless movement there by Formula 1 Luke, and there's more contact between Formula 1 Luke and Uzi in the McLaren Honda. Stewards will be busy, I guarantee you that it's not great.
That was a bit unfair for me, unsportsmanlike, but maybe from a different angle I'll change my mind, I don't know. But from that angle, the outside angle, that was very harsh, I believe, from Formula 1 Luke. He's aggressive.
I agree.
He's going for the victory.
Yeah, I think. Do you agree with me that the stewards are gonna have a long look about that?
Yeah, you're right. But if you're going for the victory, and that's another virtual safety car, which will come very handy for Decadent, I believe. Yes, he's coming into the pits.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He's got a 6.2 second lead currently over Lord JB. Lord JB, he got a podium last week, and he's currently in the podium positions at the moment. Is that a sign of a good driver to come in late into the season?
Yeah, very good driver, I believe. If he would join earlier, I think he could win the title.
I agree. So we've got Decadent, Lord JB, Racing Podge, and Gaming Things, and Lee now in the pits. So Decadent going on the medium tyres, like you said, lap 10. Well called there, Peter. Sticking on the mediums, that will be the one-stop race then, I assume.
Yeah. So the two-stop race will turn into a one-stop race now, I believe.
So we've got Gaming Things currently in first position. Decadent coming out the pits on the medium tyres is second, guys. It's Mudkip is third, Formula 1 Luke is fourth, Humbug is fifth, Lord JB is sixth, Racing Podge seventh, Lee now eighth, 9 is Jade, and 10th is Uzi. The top 10 there as S Graham gets a 5-second stop-go penalty, which is very punishing on this track, especially with the stop-go penalties.
Yeah, that's very harsh, I think. Because you have a very long pit lane, and along with that you have like a 60 kilometers an hour or 37 miles an hour limit. So it's not like the usual 80 kilometers an hour or 50 miles an hour limit. So it's even worse, I think.
So we're on board with Humbug. He's made the move on Formula 1 Luke. Formula 1 Luke getting a little bit. This is not great. So we've got 3-second time penalty for Lee now. We're on board with Formula 1 Luke. Let's just see how he's going. I think he's a bit too aggressive this race. I don't know what's happening with him, because this is not what we like to see. I think this will be his last reserve race for the league, personally, as this is not the racing we want to see.
Yeah, that's a good call, and he has lost his front wing. So basically he has lost his front wing around under a lap. So that's not the kind of racing that you want to see.
Yeah, I agree. As Lord JB goes into the third position, so he's on the medium tyres, so he won't be stopping again if all goes well.
Do you see Lord JB overtaking Humbug for second place and then maybe challenge Decadent for the win?
I've got a feeling Humbug looks a little off the pace, which is unusual for him, but I think Lord JB has it in his locker to maybe get that second position.
Yeah, maybe he can win it also, but Decadent is very decent as well, so he'll have to try his best to mount the challenge at the win.
So we've got Chopper and Badger making the most of Formula 1 Luke's pit stops. Yeah, when you race like Formula 1 Luke is, you are gonna cause a lot of carnage, not just during the race but after the race. So as we move on, we've got S. Graham with another 5-second stop-go penalty, speeding in the pit lane. Now this pit lane is quite hard to slow down for. I've fell foul of the rules before, have you?
Yeah, once or twice.
See,
It's very tricky.
once or twice for you. I do about 5 times in the practice session on Monday. I just have no idea. Something wrong with me there. We got Lord JB in the Force India. A ton of dirt on his car, but that won't be slowing him down. He is 4/10 of a second behind Humbug. Humbug in the Toro Rosso. He's going to be feeling that Force India all the way right behind him, but it will be unsettling the Force India's car running that close, won't it, Peter?
Yeah, I just did a race in Bahrain, so the dirty air was very bad. So basically, you couldn't drive behind another car. So you had to leave like a 1 second gap, so another car in front of you, or maybe go for the overtake. But it's not that good. Not that. Sorry, not that easy. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I think that's the story of some tracks where it's just unpassable, and it's we've got a virtual safety car again. The VSR is well, VSC should I say. VSR, I do not know what that is, but I keep saying it. VSC coming out quite a lot, so everyone will have a set time on their Delta. They have to keep below the time.
One Luke has stopped on the track. What is he doing?
We'll have a look. He's driving again.
He's going. Yeah. He has stopped at turn 3, I believe.
So I'm on board with 5th place Williams of Lee Now. Oh, there's contact between Lee Now and Racing Podge. I do not know what happened there. That was on the Hangar Straight as well. That was unusual.
Yeah, in the middle of the Hangar Straight. So I don't know what happened.
It looks like he's got his car going. Yes, so Lee Now will be having to pit. That is a very strange incident. Maybe it could be a bit of lax, so we'll see.
Oh, look at Lord JB. He's pitting again, so that's a chance of the win.
I think he was expecting the safety car or the virtual safety car. Then that could have cost him his podium position. Racing Podge there looks like.
Look at this one thing.
He's yep, he's must have had damage. He's in the pit getting a front wing and the soft tyres. So Racing Podge having contact with Lee Now has not affected him at all because he is in 3rd position. We've got Jade 4th. What a great drive for Jade to be into 4th at the moment.
Yeah.
Do you see the soft tyres last until the end? So we've got 13 laps on the softs.
When has she pitted?
I'm not sure when Jade pitted, but like with Lord JB, he's just pitted now on the soft tyres. Do you see them going to the end?
On the supers?
No, just normal softs, yellows.
Yeah, soft. Okay. Maybe, yeah. That's a chance. That's a very big chance, of course.
Would that be conserving the tyres during that stint, or can you maybe punch a couple of good laps in?
I don't know, right now he's in a fight, so you have to get through Uzi, and then you have to negotiate Formula 1 Luke as well, and then you can punch in very good times, and then check your tyre degradation.
So we've got Lord JB, we're on board with the Force India driver. He's all over the back of Uzi and the McLaren Honda. Different tyre compounds for each driver. Uzi on the mediums, Lord JB on the soft tyres, just freshly pitted as well. So he will have extra grip than Uzi. So he's going to go down the Hangar Straight. He's going to try and make a move. Force India there lining up the McLaren Honda. McLaren Honda trying to take the defensive line. Oh, a little bit of a late defensive block there. Unsettled the Force India driver, but the Force India driver gets the move done as we go into the final couple of corners of this lap, which will be end of lap 14.
That was a perfect move.
Yeah, I agree, Peter. Brilliant bit of driving. As a driver yourself, would you have done anything different there? As in defending from Lord JB?
No. Because basically if you are slower than another driver, if you're on a different strategy, you don't want to hold yourself up. That's my opinion. So you always want to do the fastest lap race you can.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes you have to let a car go by just to keep to your game plan.
Yeah. Yeah. And right now I'm looking at Racing Coach, who has run wide a bit. He's on the track. Do you see anyone challenge Decadent?
I don't think so, unless there is a full safety car where some cars can maybe change tyres. I think Decadent may have this in the bag. He's got a 6-second gap at the moment. I think he will be controlling the pace. We're riding on board with Decadent. Yeah, he's on the medium tyres. He looks like he's trying to control the pace to his level, which is the best time to do it mid-race.
Has retired from the Grand Prix. As Lino couldn't keep this car on the track anymore with the damaged front wing, so he's coming into the pits right now.
Lord JB gets a 3-second time penalty. We've got a virtual safety car. That has worked out amazing for Lee now. He's got a VSC in the pits. Brilliant.
That's a very... I think we have like 5 VSCs already.
Yeah, it's quite unusual for Silverstone. So
Yeah.
that's
like
interesting.
A normal safety car, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we need a normal safety car to maybe close the gap up a little bit, because second place Humbug is nearly 7 seconds behind Decadent. So we'll go through the order. We've got Decadent first place, second is Humbug. Racing Podge is in third position. Jade doing a sterling job, fourth position at the moment. Gaming Things, another excellent drive, fifth. Chopper in the Mercedes 6, Uzi in the McLaren Honda 7th, chased down by Lord JB is in 8th position. We will stay with this battle as the Force India driver looks to be lining up the McLaren Honda driver. So would you like to comment on this little battle, please?
Yeah, again Lord JB is lining up Uzi. I don't know how Uzi got in front of Lord JB again. Do you?
I'm unsure of that. I was going through the order and I noticed the drivers had switched positions, which is strange.
If you remember, he overtook him on the last.
Oh, what a move! Oh, a little bit out of control there. He tried the switchback move on McLaren Honda. It looks like a bit of contact there. That's a pit for Lord JB. He's run into the back of Uzi.
I don't think that was a racing accident, because Lord JB tried to make a late launch, and Uzi wasn't expecting that, so he just moved on the racing line, and that caused a collision between the two of them. I think that was a racing accident, but the stewards will have a look at it, of course.
Exactly, the mysterious stewards who cannot be named, like Voldemort. They will be looking at all the incidents, and guys, it's Mudkip gets a 3-second time penalty. That will be for corner cutting. So Decadent has increased his quite healthy lead over Humbug to 7.69 seconds. We've got Racing Podge, he's in third place. Fourth is Jade Rios. So Lord JB pitting for, I think, the third or fourth time. Third time for Lord JB. That's wiped his chance out of, I think, a top 6 position.
That's not the race he wanted.
Yeah, he will be mightily disappointed with that. I would be as well, because it's unfortunate, but that's the way racing goes. So we will have we'll go on board with Gaming Things. If you'd like to maybe just talk about his driving skill. He's a new driver, and not many people have seen him. What's your thoughts on his current driving?
Yeah, right now he has a front wing damage, but he is doing very well. P5 at the moment, and he had a very good outing last week in Austria. I don't know where he finished, but he had a very good outing. I remember that. So right now he is in P5, 8.5 seconds behind BDS's Jade, and I think he has a few penalties, but if he can keep it cool, then I believe he will get some decent points for the Ferrari team, and for himself as well.
I'm going on board with Chopper, as I was on board with Gaming Things, but I can see the Mercedes of Chopper getting ever and ever so closer. As you can see, I think Chopper has turned the engine mode up a little bit, and he's going to try and chase down Gaming Things. Your opinion on Chopper as a driver?
Yeah, he's very decent. So if you can get out of trouble on the first lap or on the first few laps, then I think the podium is always in him. But a few victories are in him as well. So I think if you can just keep it safe and not force anything, he can win a few Grand Prix.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was talking to the viewers about our 100% race. I think there's about 4 or 5 spots left as Chopper goes to the pits. Your thoughts on the 100% race, because we know you're racing. How do you approach a 100% race compared to a 50% race? Is there a different mindset that you have?
No, I always want to win. That's my mindset. But yeah, to be honest, I think a 100% race is more of a challenge. You have to concentrate a lot more than on a 50% race. I'm not saying that a 50% race is not it's not hard. So it is very hard, and it's even harder if you run in a league, not in just career mode or something like that. But a 100% race is a real test of the drivers, I believe, and their skills.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's you can get mental exhaustion during a 100% race. We will be doing full qualifying as well for that event. Usually we do a short qualifying. So full qualifying, do you see that thrown up at any surprises?
Yeah, it can be a bit boring if you're not on the pace, but remember, a full qualifying is very good to have a very good strategy, because if you can make it to the Q3 on a set of harder tires than the others, then you will have a strategy advantage.
Yeah, that is so true. So let's get right. So people who are unaware of Peter, he goes by the PSN of Ramovaj and just lit up Speed Force Racing for the first 4 or 5 races, if I'm correct. He was
Yes.
Unstoppable. So, who would you like to see become that next you? Who do you think has that potential to be unstoppable?
I don't know. I think that's a very close call between Fletcher Boy, Techno, because both of them has very unique talent, and they are very quick on every race. So if the championship could get a bit closer, I would be curious to see who would win that battle. So, and by the looks of things, I think Decadent has the potential to become a dominant factor in this league as well. Maybe in the second season, who knows? Maybe in this season, as he's leading the Grand Prix in his very first outing.
Yeah, it's a great debut for him. There was rumours behind the scenes that he was going to be quick, and he's shown that. So we've got in January, we've got our classic mini-series to just test the water with Speed Force Racing, do maybe 2 divisions. And I know you're taking part in the classic series. So obviously you have to change the way you drive from modern cars to the classics because they handle so differently. Does that add an extra challenge to those who are going to enter both divisions?
Yeah, I think an older car is going to be a lot more challenging because we are not used to it. We are driving these cars all day in the simulator, of course, but we are not really, or at least I am not really using those cars. And I think we'll run with the C2 cars, which are the oldest.
Yes.
So yeah, their handling is different to these cars. The grip, pace, the sounds, of course.
We've got Lee Nell, he's made a move. Sorry to interrupt, Peter. Lee Nell making a great move on Did SX. The driver on the soft tyres taking quite an an easy move, to be quite honest, but a great move for Lee now because he needed that so bad. And we've got S. Graham in the Mercedes. He makes a late move. Oh, he's took him out. It looks like he's took him out. What a crash. That was, we will have to look at different footage about that. That was shocking.
That might cause a safety car. And if that causes a safety car, if this incident causes a safety car, then Decadent's lead will be neutralized. And remember, he has a 3-second time penalty, and I think Humbug doesn't. So I don't know. I don't know.
That was a shocking crash, which will be investigated after. It looks like people are pitting now. I'm expecting a safety car. They seem to be expecting a safety car, but we have no safety car, which is quite disappointing.
As of yet, yeah. But,
so, do you think it's wise to pit now, or stay out?
No, stay out, because there are 5 laps left remaining. Sorry, but there is a battle between Gaming Things and Uzi for P4, that would be, and that was a very good move by Uzi.
Looks like Gaming Things is trying to maybe trying to get that position back. Quite a good little battle between these two guys. Let's see if Uzi can now pull away in the McLaren Honda.
Yeah, this race has just flown by, to be honest.
Yeah, 22 laps gone already, which is quite interesting.
This is amazing.
So next up for Gaming Things to defend, it will be Lee now. He's 6.3 seconds away with 4 laps to go.
I think he can catch him. So now he's 5.8 seconds behind him. Just he can see them.
Do you? So are you putting your money down that Lee now will catch Gaming Things?
Yeah. Risk it for the biscuit.
That's it, especially if it's a nice tasty biscuit, and I'm sure it will be. So we've got Decadent still leading the race. Humbug, I think, has met his match today on a tricky track, because Silverstone, yeah, is a fast track, but it's quite tricky if you don't have the correct setup. What would your ideal setup be? Would you go for the aim for the straights or for the corners?
As I saw a few esports races, and I learned a lot from those guys, because I saw a lot of videos how they set up their cars, and the main thing was to run with low aero and I believe high balance distribution, like I mean to the back, like from 7 to 11.
Yeah.
So I had the problem in Bahrain just half an hour ago that I was very quick in the middle sector, but the guys just left me in the straight.
So we've got Lee now, who is flying, and I think that offer of a tasty biscuit is making him drive that little bit extra harder, because your tip for him to catch Gaming Things is spot on at the moment. 2.4 seconds now. What was it? 5 seconds, 6 seconds a lap ago?
Yeah, 5.8 seconds. So Lena, I think he will set. No, that was not the fastest lap of the race, but he has set it already. So of course there's no point for the fastest lap of the race, but it was. He's very quick right now. He's always quick, but he's very quick right now.
Yeah, he's a very good driver, and is showing it. A massive 3 seconds in, I think, roughly about 1.25 laps, which is amazing in the middle, well, near the end of the race as well. To have that much speed is a testament to the driver.
Yes, and I think he can catch Uzi as well.
Oh, there you go. Peter is throwing down an interesting ending to the race, and if it ends like that, I will be immensely proud of Lee Nail's drive because he is 1.7 seconds now, 1.4 seconds, 3 tenths gained in one corner. That is Lee Nail's driving skill there. The Williams driver is chasing down the Ferrari of Gamey Things. Oh, he's pushing a little bit too hard. Lee Nail gets a 3-second time penalty.
Don't worry, because Gamey Things has the same penalty, I believe. Or
He's
even
only
more.
4 tenths of a second behind Gamey Things. Lee Nail will be lining up the Ferrari driver. This is going to get very, very interesting going into the last few corners of the lap. He looks to be chasing down the Ferrari driver.
He's in the pits. So, so I guessing was right, I believe.
You are a psychic because you called it, and it's going to happen. Lee Nail has got past Uzi, which Peter called a lap ago, and Lee Nail will be chasing down the Ferrari. Gamey Things says 0.293 seconds a minute for Lee Nail. He's got a fire in his belly that is going to be hard for Gamey Things to control.
Now you've got to keep it cool, I believe.
Yeah, I agree. He's going to have the DRS wide open as we go down the first straight. He's lining up the Ferrari driver there side by side, and the Lee Nail will get the inside of the corner. Look, the Ferrari driver trying to come back at him. He gets pushed onto the rumble strip.
That was very nice from Lee Nail, because basically if you go up the inside to this corner, you will give up the inside into the next corner. So you have to go a little bit deep and force the other driver a little bit wide, not to make the corner alongside you.
Brilliant little tip there. We got we're on board with Chopper in the Mercedes. Just got past Jade in the Force India. Jade pitting late in the race to get the super soft tyres, so she will have a grip advantage. She is trying to chase down the Mercedes. Would you like to go on board with Jade and give us your insight into how she will get past Chopper?
I think this will be a very good opportunity for him if she can stay close to Chopper, but it seems like that she can make it. I'm confused. But has she pitted for these super softs?
Yeah, she pitted, I'd say 4 laps ago, 4 or 5 laps ago.
Okay, so then she can make it. But Chopper.
Oh, he's got a time penalty. He's pushing too hard. That will allow Jade in, but she's 2.2 seconds away, so she's lost quite a lot of time.
I think she made a mistake somewhere.
Is this a track where you can make a mistake and it punishes you by 2 seconds, or was that something else maybe?
I don't know. I think it's a very quick track, so it's quicker than the previous one, I believe.
Yes.
So yeah, it can definitely punish you. Every track can punish you, of course, but I don't think that's a special track which can punish you very harshly.
Racing Podge. Now this driver has had quite a run of bad luck, and he looks to be going for his third. We are on board with the race has just flown by. On board with Decadent. His first win is going to be happening. He's going around the last corner. So this is is that the last part of it? No, that's the old pitch straight. There we go. So he's still on his final lap. Would you like to run us through Decadent's final few corners of his last lap?
I think if he doesn't make any mistakes, then he'll get that P1 and he will be very, very happy with that. I remember for my first win in Speed Force Racing, that was, I don't know, that was something else. That was amazing. And to come into a league which has been running since October, and to come in and you win your first race ever, that's a very good performance from
and
him.
There we go, Decadent in the Renault, his first drive for Speed Force Racing, and what a win. A massive 6.7 seconds ahead, but after penalties 3.5 seconds ahead of Humbug. What a drive from the driver. What a brilliant drive. He come in, he only joined up a couple of days ago, and he's set down a marker that it doesn't matter how late you join a league, you can still have a little say in the title picture.
Yes. And is he a full-time driver?
He will be a full-time driver. We will be having a little discussion with him after this race, and I think he will want to be a full-time driver. He was having a little tryout today, and I think he will have enjoyed it.
Does he get those points or not?
The team will get the points. The driver will be decided. A little bit of contact there. Yeah, so the driver will get the points if he commits to the league, but the constructors will benefit from them 25 points. Just saying that we do have a couple of spaces for reserves for our modern league, which is this current league, what you're watching. You got to go to www.facebook.com/Speedforce Racing PS4. Please give us a message if you're interested. We can accommodate anyone who's willing to have a little drive, who wants to join either the Classic Series or the Modern Series, or even both. Now, Peter, you joined our league really early doors, and you were part of the founding team of the league. What's your experience of being welcomed into Speedforce Racing?
This is a very good community. So I think everyone loves everyone in this league, and it was a very good feeling to race with these guys. They were very I was very happy to race here. I enjoyed it very much, so I recommend it for everyone who wants to join.
Interestingly, Humbug didn't get a time penalties, which is good. So we got first place Decadent, second is Humbug. Finished off the podium is Racing Podge after a recent string of bad luck. Great finish for him. Fourth is Lionel, great drive. Fifth is Gamey Things. Sixth, Chopper. Seventh, Smelly Badger. Uzi's in eighth. Ninth is Jade Rios. Lord JB is in 10th. Running in third early on in the race, so we'll be disappointed with that. Did SX is 11th, but he did not finish the race, as did guys. It's Mudkip, S. Graham. The Haas of Formula 1 Luke. McLaren Honda of I can't remember, and the Williams of Fletcher Boy 77. So yeah, interesting race, and I've got a funny feeling the stewards are going to be extremely busy, and whoever they are, I really do feel sorry for you.
And I think the biggest beneficiator was Humbug, because he gained 18 points on Techno Thriller, so that's basically 22 points of a gap between the two of them. And I don't know where Lee finished, but
he finished fourth position.
So that's 12 points, I believe.
So
28 points will be the difference between Techno Thriller and Lee, and 22, if I do remember correctly, between Humbug and Techno.
Okay, so it's interesting in the points table. So I'm going to end the broadcast because I've got something to discuss in a little bit second. So next week is our Hungarian Grand Prix. It is round 11, and it will be the last race before our 4-week break. So guys, head over to our Facebook page, search for Speedforce Racing PS4, drop us a like, drop us a message, and we will get back in touch. I'd like to thank Peter for his company, always excellent, always enjoyable. Really glad you managed to join the comms tonight, Peter. Thank you very much.
Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate you. I really enjoy doing this.
Thank you. That's really nice. That's what the league's about. We want people to enjoy it. So this has been Nightwalker. My name is Adam. Please message us on the page if you have any interest in our league. We will be glad to talk to you. We are welcome in the league, and we will be showing that. So thank you guys for viewing our round 10 of Silverstone. Have a good night, guys. We will see you next weekend. Thank you. Bye.
See you guys.